And speaking of that, right, Hollywood, you bringing it up. Have you ever been offered a role that you was uncomfortable with?
Um, I've been offered roles I was uncomfortable with, and I turned them down because I didn't want to do certain things on camera. But I've done plenty of crazy shit on camera, so I mean, I'm not afraid to do wild stuff on camera. I'm just not willing to do things that I personally won't do. Anything that's against my own moral standards or my own principles, I won't do. Like there's certain stuff that I'm just not willing to do. Like there's certain aspects of certain characters that I'm not willing to play. Like I've been asked to play characters that live a certain lifestyle, and I got no problem with that. But then inside of that lifestyle, acting in a certain way, I'm like, well, I don't need to do that. You don't need to portray that part of the story. If that's what you want to do, then I'm not the right guy for the story. I'm not the right actor for the part. There's someone that is willing to do that. I'm not. So
So they was trying to get you to play a gay role.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I can't do that. I mean, and there's nothing. I mean, it's just not my lifestyle. And I mean, there's plenty of great gay actors. Those actors should play those parts, not me. And I would play them. There are certain gay characters I got no problem playing, but then there's certain aspects of gay lifestyle that I can't portray. So I can't do that. You know what I mean? That's just me being unrealistic. I mean, I can't do it. I mean, I've had directors do much worse things than that. I've had directors straight up casting couch offer me at auditions before. I mean, that shit really that straight up infuriated me. So, well, I mean, I was at an audition for a film. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to name the movie. I'm not going to name the director. Big time director who's had serious issues with what I'm talking about. And I went in and read for the movie, and the guy said to me, "What do you think about the casting couch?" The fucking words came out of his mouth. I couldn't believe it. I said, "What did you say?" And he goes, and I go, I mean, it just really annoyed me. I said what I said, and I walked out. I didn't even audition, and I said something pretty mean, and then I left. But it just pissed me off, man. It just ticked me off. What kind of power is that? Who the fuck do you think you are? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Are you just in here looking for people that are willing to do that so you can take advantage of people? I mean, what are we talking about here, man? It infuriates me. And then I've also worked with directors that, I mean, again, I don't want to name names, but this guy was a very well-known director, known for directing crazy independent films. And he got all wrapped up and dragged into the Me Too, rightfully so. And I was in one of his movies, one of the leads in one of his movies, and I was in the casting office, and he was bringing in actresses, and he goes, "Willie, watch this, watch this, watch this." I said, "Dude, I got to get out of here. I don't want to. I should have done more. I'm ashamed of myself for not sticking up for the people, but instead I just removed myself from the situation." I don't know, man. I was a young actor. I did at the time, when you're a young actor in Hollywood, at the time in the early 2000s or late 90s or whatever the hell it was, the high end, the bigger the director, the actors, you just didn't cross these guys. You just didn't do it. But I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish I did. That's a big regret that I have, is that instead of sticking up for those actors, I just said, I don't want to be a part of this, and I checked out. But,
Sickening, man. Selling your soul in Hollywood. Is that a real thing?
I haven't been in the room to see it, but man, very difficult for me not to believe that there isn't a place you can go where you can go and make a deal with the devil. You definitely can. I don't know, but all signs point to yes, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, but I don't know for sure, I don't know for sure. I know I've had some very strange things happen to me before. Like I was on my way to a screen test for a giant Hollywood film one time. I mean, big time, big role, one of the biggest jobs I would have ever had. And between 8 o'clock at night the day before and 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, someone did something to get that screen test canceled. And I don't know what they did, but they did something. I think somebody didn't have anything to do with me. I think they just did something that I wasn't willing to do to get that screen test without having to screen test. Or I don't know if I was willing to do it or not. They didn't ask me. I wouldn't know.